good morning. Welcome back, YouTube. You're now watching another episode of We're All SKREWD podcast here on YouTube. Welcome back. You guys are gonna hear the babies in the background. We're gonna hear a bit of the cubs. Where one door closes, another one opens. I want the message for today on this podcast to be, just remain faithful. When I say faithful, meaning spiritually. I was reading a scripture where Psalms was talking about, God, is close to those who are brokenhearted. One thing that I'm very also grateful for, besides God and my kids, very strong woman. Like I have a very strong faith background. I have like a very good support system. Shout out to the people that I've been meeting along the way. Shout out to the father of my kids, my mom, my dad, just my big brother. It was one of the greatest things ever to talk to my big brother, because my big brother is one of those people who's like, he's so hard to get in touch with because he's lived his life and, life made him be wise. And I always talk to my big brother when things are starting to get haywire and out of control. And, I called him and I'm just like, before I called him, I prayed. I'm like, I need my brother. Like this is the time, like I genuinely need my brother. And somehow through my dad and my cousin, calling me, she gave me my brother's number and I called them. We've been talking, and through my brother, I've been able to talk to my mom. So, if I didn't have God and, I don't know what I would do. Like, I really don't. So I really am so grateful to God for how far he's brought me and how far he's brought me through. Like, there are some things that I survived. That's why I always wear black, like a dang Marine or like a, just like some type of ninja, because I've had to go through some things, and I'm pretty certain that you've got to go through some things, but you're gonna get through these things. You're gonna get through these obstacles. Sometimes you're gonna fail, and like there's gonna be things you fail in. Like you might try a recipe, you might try to make a cake, and I'm sorry, it's probably gonna be a piece of shit ass cake probably. And it might not be a piece of shit ass cake. But I'm just saying, like the point is, life gives you lemonade, make when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, make the best of it, I had the most amazing last, what is it? Not my last, but the last 2 hours that my birthday was coming in. I'm like, I'm about to celebrate out this. I hung out, I had a couple drinks. You guys are probably wondering, why does I do that because I'll be dying. If you don't know, you don't know. Again, shout out, it's an inside thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Paradise. But it's just, like I am those type of people, when I think something is so funny, I feel the laughter from within my soul. And it's like, I can't take it. Like, I'm genuinely one of those people, like you can say a joke and it's like, I'm that person that's still laughing. And it's like, you still laughing at that? Because I still remember the way it was said. I still remember the way it happened. I still remember everything. So that's a positive attribute. So anyway, you guys, you know how I got to do it. I wanted to start it off my video with Zeus Network. I see that the whole Jocelyn Hernandez and the whole Lemuel Plumber thing died down. My opinion with that is that I honestly believe, I think, Lemuel Plumber probably served her a cease and desist because it was getting huge. There was also recently a video of Natalie Nunn getting assaulted by one of the fans. So we're gonna take a look at the latest news about the baddies drama, baddies US, and we're gonna be entertained, because a lot of people, like I said, they don't watch baddies per se, but a lot of people like to come to my channel to listen to the commentary and get my feedback, my unpopular opinions. Another opinion I want to give on the Krishan Rock fight, like I said, I think she did really good for her first fight. I think she did good for her first fight. Welcome back, YouTube. Okay, what's going on? It is your girl Florita Okami coming to you guys with the latest tea. Okay, only here on Where Screwed Up Podcast. All right, I want it to be exclusive, but okay, I guess you can go anywhere you want to go. You know what I'm saying? You can find all this tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm a brand ambassador of Luvmehair. Okay, if you use on the wig, you're able to come to the actual website here on Instagram. And as you can see, they have different young women here showing you how to actually install the wig. I've never been the greatest installer of wigs, you know what I'm saying? But I would love to learn. So I'm not going to be no hater. I would love to learn because maybe I know that if I did, I would slay, not play. She cuter. Oh my God, and they recently just started having protective style, actual braid-like type wigs. I think that this is wonderful for the girls who, you know, you don't want to flat iron your wig, you don't feel like curling a wig, you don't feel like installing and doing all of the extra stuff, and you just want to get a little, you know, go out real quickly, and you don't want to deal with all the extra stuff. You can just, you know what I'm saying, yeah. You ain't even got to deal with the 7-hour braids, okay? It be taking me 7 to 8 to 12 hours braids. But if you get these and you put them in, you won't have no problem. So like I said, if you use the code OKAMI20, you will get 20% off the entire website, and you can tell them your girl Flora Okami sent you. All right, on to the cheese man. So I was trying to tell y'all, dang, look like there's been some trouble in these streets with Miss Natalie Nunn. Let's take a look and see exactly what just transpired. Oh my God. Yo, what the freak is going on? Will you move? Every time I talk, you over here. Every time. All right, so I don't know what that was about, but that was pretty intense. You know, I know that it's a show, but I do hope that Natalie Nunn is okay, because that's kind of crazy. Like, these people, I know that, you know, there's reality, and then there's you know, there's TV. I feel like these people deserve their karma. They feel like these people deserve what they have coming. And granted, I'm also working on that. You know, sometimes as humans, we get in our flesh, and we want for God to play God. We cannot play God. You know what I'm saying? You can't, when you start trying to take things into your own hands, that's when things go left, you know? Something that I'm learning for me, positive, on my birthday is literally learning to let things go. Sometimes things are very painful, and you know when it's God, when it's painful. And I know that sounds confusing, but meaning in the sense, painful could be, you know, just anything, you know? We have to learn that we gotta let go and let God. We gotta let God handle our battles. We cannot go and physically, mentally, emotionally, even verbally, because once you give somebody that power and that control over you, and you lose your your sense of peace and calm, that's for one, that's a sign to walk away, and for two, that just shows that, you know, you don't want to fumble the growth that you've already worked so hard. Sometimes, you know, people like these people, sometimes angry people, unhappy people, or miserable people, they will do whatever to bring you down. They will spin the narrative to make you look away. And one thing I like about Natalie Nunn, one thing I love, one thing I love about myself is that I'm starting to accept things for what the F they are. If people are gonna spin a narrative, if people are gonna talk about you whether you do good or bad, people are gonna treat you crazy. You could do the most obscene thing for a person to go out of your way and show that you're beyond, over and beyond. But at the end of the day, one thing I'm also learning is that without love, without loyalty, you're nothing. You know what I'm saying? Without loyalty, you're not nothing. Your word, who you are as a person, your character, who you are. If you have no loyalty, there's no loyalty in you, you're never gonna do well in life. And you know, even, you know, to those who are okay with, you know, with karma and dealing with that, that's on them. But I'm so beautiful. I'm so strong, and I feel amazing. I feel like I look amazing to be 32 years old, and I came a long way. I have 2 amazing, beautiful kids. Like I said, shout out to the father of my kids for just being a super huge support system, you know, when it comes to this, like, you know, and again, shout out to like the people that have been supporting me, the people who are subscribing to my channel, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know, just shout out to the people who was with me, the vibe, you know, was cool, you know? So at the end of the day, oh yeah, and I deleted this terrible godforsaken app that's so negative and low vibrational, and nothing good comes from that app. And yeah, so you guys, that's it, you know? And I said all that to say, as angry whatever motive these people feel they may have, it doesn't give you the right to take matters into your own hands. Even for me, whether you get mad at somebody and you feel like they, you know what I'm saying, we can't do that as humans, because when we do that, we lose every time. And I'm so grateful because as I'm talking to you guys, my voice is coming back. My voice is not naturally raspy, but my voice is not naturally raspy like this. You know, yeah, so you guys, I literally have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. I'm so grateful again for God, my kids, my platform. You know, I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. You know, I'm doing this for all those who are not here no more, and all those who keep telling me like, Flo, like, do you know who you are? Like, all I've been hearing literally this year is how different of a person I am, how unique I am. And I'm just purging, I'm detoxing, I'm going back to me. You know, I'm gonna live my life the way I'm supposed to live my life. And we only got one life to live. And you gotta ask yourself, how am I living this life? Am I living my life the correct way? Because I know maybe many of you are not spiritual, you don't believe in God, but I'm Christian. I believe I'm a woman of God. And I really truly believe when we go to heaven, God's gonna ask, what did you do of the life that I gave you? What did you do of the friends that I gave you? What did you do of the children that I gave you? What did you do of the wife or the husband that I gave you? What did you do with the period all around? What did you do? Were you a good person? And you know, it's like looking in your dad's eye, knowing you're lying and trying to lie. You're gonna lose every time. So that's another thing. My relationship with the Lord is becoming a lot stronger, way more stronger than ever, because I find myself in moments feeling absolutely weak and just sad and down. And I'm often like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? And God comes and he pulls me out every single time. God is with me. God is with me. And he's with you too. And I pray that whoever's not feeling the greatest, I pray that you literally find the strength in yourself to know that it's gonna be okay. I know, like, it's like, you ain't trying to hear that right now, but if you found this video, it's for a reason, and everything is gonna be all right. Not everything is forever. Nothing is forever. Not even the bullshit that gets thrown our way. So respectfully, have a good rest of y'all week. Have a beautiful start of your week, you guys, and a beautiful rest of your weekend. Bye.
Now I'm switching on my hoes, like I'm switching on my flow. Let me in the dough, then we kicking down the door. We might send some hollows through your door. And it's only for the show. I'm a rockstar. I just bought the thotties for promotion. I'm a rockstar. 2 bands for this coat. I'm a rockstar. I jump on the stage into it. She like, where you turn into a rockstar? Same time myself.